Hello, YouTubers. Sometimes you want to design a part that is kind of repetitive, so that this part would be based on many sizes. Like for example, like shown here, you can see this range go from 25 millimeters down to 3 millimeters. If I tell you that this was designed within few minutes, just to do all part based on combination of using Excel and SolidWorks. So the main point is like, let's see if I can show you. Um, Part that will go from a given size, from big one to small one, and so forth. I'm gonna be using metric, so that's basically the idea. So the main point is, like for example, if I hit 24 here, the 23, and so forth, the range gets smaller. If I go down, how about 3, which is the smaller that I have right here. Now, as you can see, the number haven't changed the size, or I need to make this part here perhaps to get that smaller. A little bit the width need to be maintained. Remember that this was done on a proportional basis based on the 25, which is the master range. Now, the idea is how I do that. Let me show you very quickly a few things here and there. Let me go back here 1 second. Let me punch this one. And let's go back now to here, the part. It is based on 4 sketches, not a big deal, in where you establish all the parameters that you need, like as you do regularly when you are designing parts. The only important thing here is that this part will have some name, special name that makes sense to you, because eventually they will be exported to Excel, and that's very critical. Now, if you want to see a few things here and there, like for example, you want to remove because it's too crowded the name, you can remove it right from there, from this filter. And although most of the time I have it on if I'm working with Excel, just to be sure that I remember what I'm working on. Now, the next sketch is just some cut for what? For this part here, the open, which is a 24 open size, so that's 25 millimeters. Then is extrusion. What is this one? Probably is extruding the center. And the last one is this sketch here for the number. All right, so that requires some thought how I work on that one. Remember, let's go here. Let's do editing that sketch. Remember that that number was added using this tool here. Now, what is important now is let's go to that place. There we go. As you can see, there is a name here which is called Range Side Rep 2. That's the name that you made up. I mean, could have made it even put there ET go home or whatever you want. Not a big deal. The important thing is that it's linked right through here. And as you can see, if I hit here, it's right there. Where that name, I put that on, you will see in a second. But that's the important part, that is linked. Otherwise, it's going to create a problem. Let's cancel this out. Let's get out of here. And now, let me show you where that name was linked to. Right here. We go here. Let's move this to somewhere I can see it. Configuration properties, right there. You see, you can add whatever you want. You can put any name that you want there. Like for example, you don't like that name for one reason, and you want to put range side rep 3. So we put rep 3. It's a text. We put a number there, and you can put any number. But obviously, if we are working on element 25, that's going to be the piece 25. So we said there. Let's say it's going to be a problem with the others. It's not, doesn't matter. So let's say okay. Careful here. Here is the OK button. Sometimes hide it because I have 2 screens, so I have to be careful. Hit OK. Now let's see. You have here a warning, well, something that need to be refreshed. So we're gonna refresh it, and all of a sudden you get an error. Obviously, I changed the name. It's not linked anymore. So I have to fix that. To fix that, go here, and go back here. Double click. Now delete that one. You don't need that one anymore. But then you need to link it to the one that you create a few seconds ago. Range size, rep 3. So hit OK. Now you start to see a 25 there, obviously, but there's something weird there. Don't worry about it. Just click here, accept that, and you get the 25. That's as easy as it can get. Now going back to the parts, let's see what happened with the 24. I hope I haven't screwed this one. Oh yeah, I screw it. Because if I change the name, obviously I need to change everything back again. And I would not do that because that was only a demonstration. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete everything, and we're gonna start over so I show you how it's done within few minutes. All right. So let's delete everything at this point, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all these up to, I don't know where am I. Right there. I'm on the 24 side right now. Let's right click, delete. Let's say yes to all. Now let's move to the default value here. And now let's delete all of these as well. Pick them up, delete, right click, delete. Say yes to all, actually, and they're gone. Now the next thing you want to do is delete the table. Delete. Careful here. When you delete a table, it's gone. No, it doesn't matter. We're gonna redo it again. Delete. It's gone. So I only have the master range, which is the 25 range. And if I hit double hit here, let's see what we get. Still got the error. Gotta fix that up. Let's go back here. And let's see where we are. 25 millimeter range, rep 2, but I don't see the, okay, default. Let me see what we got there. 25, good, no problem. The 25 range is still there, which is what I need to have. And with that done, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bail out from here, and let me fix this. I want to fix this. Let's see what I have here. Configuration properties. Oh, wrong name. I got, and this one I have range size rep 2. I should put, let's see if it's there, rep 3. And that's the 25. So we're going to say, okay now. And now we're going to refresh this. There we go. Now we got everything the way it's supposed to. So, but that's the master range, and that's all what I'm doing. I mean, if you want to do only one part, this is it. You are done, and you send this to, like, for example, a 3D shop if you want it 3D printed, or get it through, or you send it to forging or whatever you want to do. But at this point, what we want to do is recreate from that part many of them. So what we need to do is come over here, and from here add, that's going to be insert table Excel. Now blank or Autocreate, it's going to be Autocreate, because basically we are pulling every parameters on those 4 sketches that I have. I will pull everything from there, the extrusion, the cut as well, and they will kind of get my table going. So definitely Autocreate is the way to go. When you have your part done and you have to do many about them, just do the Autocreate. So we're gonna hit here, this is okay, and now it's gonna pull my parameters, and they are shown right here. Pretty much have all of them. I see that there's one missing, and you will see in a second which one is gonna be. So we're gonna hit the first one, holding shift down to the last one, and you get all the parameters within your Excel table. Now don't worry about this. This happens when you have two screens and your Excel table goes to kind of a independently from your SolidWorks, but it is still wrapped within it. So let's say OK, and now let me look for my Excel table, which is in another screen, and you will see that it has all the parameters. Then let me pop this big because we're going to be working here for a little while, so you know what I'm doing. So here are all the parameters for my master design, which is the 25 millimeters. It's set default here. That's eventually what SolidWorks will do. But this is the text. How do I know? This here. It says text. I'm going to change that to 25 millimeters because that's my design. Now we can do two things here and there. One thing, I'm gonna get 25, 24, 23. I can do that by hand, but I certainly can do it, automatically. Let's say that I pick few elements on that column and convert them back to number. In doing so, you can do now math here, Excel type, which that will be this number minus 1, and you get the 24. So now you pull this down. Let's see. Obviously, you don't want negative numbers. You delete, you know, and you don't want 0 either. 1 is too small. 2 probably is too small. Maybe 3. Yeah, 3 is okay. Let's leave it on 3 millimeters. Now, the next thing that we want to do, here is the part that is very interesting, where the Excel, it will help you a lot to get this very fast. What we're going to do is this 25 is the master size. So what we're going to do is proportionality, meaning that we're going to take ratios. How we do that? Very simple. First of all, take this number and divide it by 25. Now, let's do that across everybody. No problem. Where you see a 0 is not 0, actually, it's a number there. To increase that number, what you have to do is come over here. Actually, this one. There we go. And now you have 2 decimal places. That's good enough. Now, here's the part. Be careful because I'm gonna leave that ratio there, but watch what I'm gonna do. Let's see. The 240, I want that 240 to stay if I pull down in this through the column, it will stay, but in order to stay, I have to put $1 here. That's all what is required. Put $1, that would anchor that value there, so when I go down here, it will still be anchored. You see 9.6, 9.6, bear with me. That I'm just demonstrating what I'm doing. That anchor need to be there. So now, if I move to the side, I still got the 220, but check. You see, I got a $3, meaning that if I go down now, it's still anchored. And that's important. That's the beauty of Excel here. It allows you to anchor things that need to be, stay as a constant in one direction or even in 2 directions. They have to be constant in both directions. Now, here's the part. That 9.6 needs to be multiplied by this 24. Let's multiply now that number by 24. I'm going to pull like this and hit it. You see now, this number, meaning that the range length, the range length for a 24 millimeter range should be 230. That's all what it said. But now I want to do this fully automated, meaning that instead of multiplying that by A4 like that, I'm going to put, and here's the part, put $1 in front of the letter A. When you do that, then you anchor the 24 across the row. So like, for example, let's get up to here. It's getting smaller. You can open like this. From 55, it dropped to 52. So let's keep going like this across the end of it. Don't worry about this decimal places. You can adjust it right from here, or so that you can see it. Actually, that's too many decimal places. One is more than enough. So you can see how the adjustment was done fully automated in only one line. Not a big deal. But here is the important part. B dollar, which is the master, is anchored with the dollar in the middle, but this line that need, or this column that need to be crossed from left to right, need to have the dollar in front. That's all what you need, because then now I can drop this and everything will be updated. I can move this across the whole from left to right, and everything will be updated as required. So what is left? Well, what is left is getting this from here. You see how the cursor changed from here down to the last number, which is 3. Everything was updated. I got the table done, like from 25 to 3 millimeters done. The only thing that I have to do now is change this column back to text, not to mess around with my friend Solidworks. Change it back to text. And I think we are done. That's it. Now we're gonna accept this table the way it is. Just hit here, like you are closing it. It's kind of scary, but just wait until SolidWorks tells you that yes, it creates all the parts from 25 to 3, and now let's hit OK. And now you have the parts right there, all of them. How long it took me? Just a few minutes just to get all the parts done, even with the explanation. So the issue now is, let's double click on each part. Let's see, click on the 24. Oh, but I see a 25. I told you about it, that it's gonna stay there because I haven't, that's that was one of the parameters that didn't move with Excel. Not yet. It's about a baby step to do that. How about this one? No. How about the smaller one? Ooh, too small. Well, the number is cutting beyond where it should be, but that's not a big deal. You can fix this. It's just the width of the range. Make it, stay the width stay to a given width so that it doesn't cut just beyond the center here. That's minor things to fix. Not a big deal. So let's go back to my master range, which is this one here, and how I get this number into my Excel spreadsheet so that everything is taken care of. Oh, very easy. This is what we're gonna do. Go back here for 1 second. Go back here. Now go to configuration properties. This wasn't there. Now it is. Perfect. And now here's the range size. How about property summary? All of them has the master size. You can change it from here. You can start to mess around with this and put 24, 23, 22 to the end. I can certainly do that, but I won't. This is what I'm gonna do. Let's hit cancel from here. We're gonna go back to Excel. We're gonna go to table, edit this table, and something magical will happen. It's in the process, bingo. And this is noticed, my SolidWorks noticed that I have added this part here that wasn't before. And what are you gonna do with it? Let's add it to my Excel table. That's what I'm gonna do that. So I said okay, and now let's bring my Excel table big enough here so you can see it. My last column is the range size. So you can see that there's a 25, 25, obviously that need to be changed. Let me make this a little bit smaller so you see all of them. One's a little bit more. Yeah, that would do. Now what I need to do is change all this from text to number, just to do the math easy here. Number, and now let's change this 25. It's gonna be there 25, but then the next one will be this one minus 1, That's 24. So if we wait onto the cursor chain and we drop to the end, got the side. Now we go back again to what? To text. So we convert all that to text. There we go. Now that's it. We hit here like we are leaving Excel. Now you see, this is the part that you're waiting. Will the number be there now? We'll see. 24 is asking for rebuilding. That's a good sign. 24 right there. How about the 23? It's asking to rebuild. Why? Because there's something there that changed from before. 23. How about the any of them? Good. How about the last one? 3. Obviously, it has other problem, but it's not a big deal. What I'm saying is how easy is to take some design that need to be kind of a repeat many times, but with different sizes and things like that. And I'm only using one way to do it here because it's based on proportionality, like knowing your master range is at 25 millimeters. If you want different sizes, you can easily do it within Excel. I can go back, like for example, let's go back here for 1 second and let's see the property summary, and you can see how the number were updated right from Excel, which is great. Well, folks, that's more than enough that I planned for today. And remember, this is just basically combining SolidWorks with Excel and doing better. Excellent. Have a great day. Bye.